The crown, right? See, the crown is this. See, where I was from, right? I was in the spotlight at the time. You know, even though it was a lot of us hustling, right? But I stood out the most because for one, I was more aggressive. You see what I'm saying? I was more aggressive, and I guess, like I said, I was in the spotlight more than the other ones, meaning that I had, so when we went to war, when we got into it, people, see, I always been the one to take up for the people that I was with. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt as though these my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Or we WBC. So like I always tell people, like, when we went to war, a lot of people seen me as the aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Because I had more to lose. Right. See, a lot of people that was hustling, they ain't had nothing to lose. You know, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that, cause like I said, a lot of them try to paint this picture like I was the, they tried to paint this picture like I was the villain. And like I said, down the line, we're gonna break down the villain because, and true enough, I was the villain. I was the villain because I just believed in, I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies, bro. And like I said, even though, like I always tell people, it was a person in our circle that started that war, you know, and it wasn't the fact that wasn't the issue down the line when you look at the story on how WBC split, because when you're a part of an organization or part of friendship or whatever, you're gonna back your friend. So after we get shot and they went and betrayed as far as being friends with these people, that was the part that fucked me up in the head, because you start the war and years later you get on and you start helping these niggas eat. So that was the whole thing about that whole issue with the crown. With the crown is just really kind of breaking it down that I was more looked at as a villain than, and because like I said, I was more up than, yeah, I was more up than a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? But everybody was getting money. And see, at the time, how I was looking at it, because a lot of time people would try to come over in the Wind Branch and try to eat off our, you know, like on any block, you know, you can't come eat off our block, you know what I'm saying? So that made me more of a villain as well. You see what I'm saying? But see, back then, a lot of dudes that was around me hustling, they didn't grasp that perception of it. You see what I'm saying? Because
they didn't really know what haters were.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I said, they seen us get money over there. So a lot of dudes that used to be over there left and went on out their way. They came back trying to come back around. So once we started like posting up wherever they was at, we would post up. Like I said, I became the villain because they seen the money in the cars. So just like any street life, bro, niggas see you getting money, they gonna want to test you. So the crown represent that. In order to wear that crown in the streets, niggas gonna test you. In order to have that crown, see, a lot of niggas, when I got shot, see, other niggas got in that spot.
Because they want to be the boss.
Yeah, so they got a chance to feel, and they feel what it was like. You know, like I said, a lot of them got robbed, a lot of them got shot, you see what I'm saying? A lot of them paid the price of fitting those shoes. Because see, one thing about the street life, everybody gonna get a chance to wear the crown, but it's the fact that are you willing to wear it and go through what you're gonna go through to keep the crown? You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole purpose of the crown.